My name is Azam. I'm a BTech from IIT Roorkee 2002 batch, and presently I am leading Tides Business Incubator at IIT Roorkee. Uh, Tides is co-hosted by IIT Roorkee, and we are backed by Government of India through various ministries, Ministry of Science and Technology, Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, Department of Biotechnology, and various PSUs of Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas. Government has given us a mandate to promote and nurture entrepreneurship, not just in the campus of IIT Roorkee, but also within the region. We have been in the scene for almost 4 years now. Every year we are assessing more than 200 ideas, and meticulously we are selecting those ideas, and till now we have a portfolio of around 70 startups with a total market valuation of around 80 million USD. We have made several investments into our startups through the funds which have been granted to us by the Government of India. In total, we are managing around rupees 31 crores of money, which has been given to us for developing and establishing the facility, as well as to provide seed funding into the startups. We are sector agnostic, but yes, since we being a technology institute, we give immense focus upon technology as the bedrock of all the ideas which we support. We have made several committees through which we screen the ideas and also assess them, promote them, mentor them, and then provide them platforms so that they can raise funding in the subsequent rounds. Right now, I'm approaching you because we are at a cusp that we can expand our reach, our scope, so that we can bring in more and more startups who can be the next blockbusters. As an alumni, I seek support from you in terms of mentoring, in terms of industry connect, and also in terms of funding, which we can provide to our students so that they do not suffer from funding crunch at the initial stages. And with this, I hope that we will get sufficient support from 1996 batch, and I look up to my seniors so that they can be providing us as much support in their capability as possible. With this, thank you very much.
Please throw some light on what Tides is and what is your role at IIT Roorkee.
Yeah, so Parul ma'am, Tides is a business incubator. Like a typical business incubator, we support startups, mentor them, provide physical space and a kind of ambience so that they can develop upon their ideas. When we tap them, they are at a very nascent stage. So from the ideation phase till the phase, they can actually raise funds and move outside. We support them at every single level. We are not restricted only to students from IIT Roorkee. We are actually inviting anybody and everybody who has a good idea, one, and another thing has a good team. So we have startups who are actually from IIT Kanpur, IIT Kharagpur, from Kochi, from Madras, from almost all the places of the country. So in a way, Tides is developing to provide support to all the entrepreneurs, specifically into the domain of technology and engineering.
That sounds so awesome, Azam. Could you share some of the accomplishments of Tides journey so far? And also talk to us a bit about how do you plan to scale those accomplishments in the next 3 years?
So, Anupam sir, as I said that over the last 4 years, we have supported almost 70 startups. And these startups range from clean tech, med tech, health tech, ed tech, nanotechnology. Basically, what I'm trying to say is that they are from almost all facets of technology. We have been getting hundreds of ideas over time. We have made investments in almost 14 startups as of now, seed investments. And these are like pre-Series A rounds, angel rounds. In the last 2 years, we have taken one partial exit, which gave us around 13x returns. A couple of our startups have already been shortlisted by YC. So that basically a kind of verification and confirmation of the choices which we made at a very early stage. And we know these founders from day one. The reason why people from other IITs, they are approaching us and they see that there is a lot of conducive environment and support which is provided to the startups is basically confirming that yes, we are in the process of developing a very friendly as well as founder conducive ambience. In the next 3 years, what we plan to do is that we have an ambition for ourselves to be churning out at least 3 to 4 blockbuster startups every year, so that these startups, they either get Series A funding or they get appreciated by good global institutes or incubators like YC. These need to be from the technology-based ideas, and for that, if we can continue this for say for the next 5 years or so, I'm sure that we will be able to make a mark globally, and IIT Roorkee would be able to create institute or rather an organization which will be known to produce entrepreneurship entrepreneurs in a good number. Yes, these plans, these objectives are not very easy to achieve, but I'm sure that with the right kind of people in the management of IIT Roorkee and support of all the alumni, we would be able to do that.
Great.
That's great, Azam. Looks like Tides is accomplishing a lot, and you guys have good goals, big goals. Can you tell us, are there any challenges that Tides is facing right now in achieving those goals? And also how we, the batch of 1996, can help with that?
Definitely, ma'am. There are some challenges, not just with Tides actually, but the challenges are more generic because we deal with the startups which are primarily B2B and have a technology hardware. So in India, we need support from the strategic investor to invest in those ideas in the early phase, which is not very easy. And so the challenge comes over there in terms of funding them in a very initial stage. We do that, but yes, we need partners for that. We also need support, or rather it's a kind of a challenge to get right mentors at a very early stage when we are developing ideas which are technology intensive or research intensive. So mentorship and right funding and the timely funding, and definitely we need to work a lot upon the industry connect which we have presently. So if we have the direct one-to-one contact with the industry people and they engage with us, and rather I would not term it as industry connect, I would term it as industry partners, so that they work along with us, not simply a one-off connection, but they come over here, guide our students, our incubate, and then we work together with them. I think these are the few things which we need to work upon, and maybe you can consider them as a challenge.
So, Azam, I think that's good information. One of the things the class of 96 is doing is they are collecting a kind of a corpus of funds to gift to Tides. Could you tell us, in your vision, what's the areas where you will get maximum bang for the buck?
So if you're asking about where exactly these funds will be utilized, right?
Sure.
So, yeah. So there are different, I would say there are different facets of incubation which we need to strengthen. One is to get the right mentors. And see, in India, we have everybody now claim to be mentor, but the right mentors, they do not come without any commensurate remuneration. So if we need to get them on board, we need to get them on board on a retainership basis. And those will be like some niche mentors, domain specific mentors, both technical as well as business side. So what a good amount of money I see should be allocated to get those mentors on board who would be on retainership basis and would be providing continuous support to our startups. whether it is product tuning or maybe in fetching the funds. Second part which I see and which is very important is to provide seed money at a very early stage to the startup, because we need to have this this lubricant in the very initial stages. We provide, as Tides provides some money, but most of our funds are actually government funds, and they come with a lot of riders that we can provide this amount to this person and not this person. There are a lot of qualifications, restrictions, and limitations. I hope that when we are able to raise some funds from our alumnus and we agree upon how exactly we can be provided this money to, we would be able to overcome a lot of other restrictions which come up from the government funds. And the third part which I see about these funds is definitely it can provide much more sustainability to Tides operations also. Because right now we are in a project mode, government gives us some funds, as everybody knows that we never know that project can be shelved. So this is something which is needed on a long-term basis by the institute, and to keep it running, maybe a portion of it or a small portion of it can be assigned to that. So these three facets which I see are the most important one where the money should be allocated in the descending order.
So, Azam, our batch is thinking of donating the seed money for the Digital Innovation Lab, or DIL, which we call DIL of IIT Roorkee. That is how we think of it as. So, what do you think about that idea?
Amazing idea, ma'am. I mean, this is the need of the hour. Digital innovation is something which is on high priority even in the government of India. And if we can create a niche state-of-the-art lab to provide support across the sectors. Like digital innovation these days is happening in almost all the sectors. Whether we can talk about logistics, healthcare, drone technology, you name the sector, and we have some digital component into it. We have already partnered with Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, and we have run programs worth 12 crores for the ministry. So this basically makes us not just willing, but we are willing, able, and ready to run this particular idea, which is very well conceived by your batch. If it comes into fruition, I think it can change things tremendously. So I'm sure that it will be a super hit if it comes into being.
Oh, great! That's good to know.
Azam, I think that's great information. Let's talk a bit about execution. That's traditionally been a struggle area for a lot of startups. How do you think Tides will help them overcome that hurdle?
So Tides has a very well-defined governing structure. And I would see this particular funding effort as one other, as like any other program which we run for the government of India. So whenever we receive funds from any government ministry or department, we create a project monitoring group. That project monitoring group is basically the one which is overseeing how exactly the funds will be utilized. We provide yearly utilization certificate, timely and quarterly reports. We set up the milestones, and then we create what we call as idea assessment and investment committee, through which we basically fund into different startups. The idea behind creating this whole governing structure is that there is no one individual who is taking the call. Rather, it is a group of people who actually think about it, who is the most eligible person or idea which should get support from this particular fund, and then we go ahead with that. So with all these checks and balances in place, we invite the call, we open it up for all, and then we get number of ideas, and then we take them to the screening process, and then finalize the funding or the support which is provided to it. That's exactly the way which I plan this particular funding can also be executed.
Could you talk a bit about the governance and execution and how Tides is structured to help the startups go through the journey?
Sure, Anupam sir. We are very particular about the governing structure of any fund which we manage. As I said that as of now, we have been managing around 32 crores of funds in total. we generally create a fund management committee, and we would welcome if a couple of members from the alumni of 1996 batch would like to join that committee, so that we can work along with them together and see how exactly this fund can ultimately be allocated to different needs of tides. Also, as far as execution is concerned, I have been a part of tides for the last 4 years, where I have been running programs for various ministries. We are, as of now, running 7 programs, and these are some of the best programs given to the major IITs. So this execution, along with the team which I have, we have managers, we have senior analysts, we are running program for bio incubation, where we have PhDs and people with master's degree in engineering who are a part of the team, along with the support which we get from IIT Roorkee in terms of access to labs, access to the knowledge capital through Associate Dean for Innovation and Incubation. We have an Associate Dean for Corporate Interaction. All these basically add and help us to execute the programs in a very effective manner. And I'm extremely confident that with the kind of background which we have, we would be able to pull it off in a much better way with the support of all the alumni.
Azam, can you tell us a little bit about the corporate partnerships at Tides and give us some real examples?
Yeah, so we have corporate partnership both with the public sector undertakings as well as with the private entities. As I said, that we have a technology business incubator for the non-life science-based startups, and we have a bio incubator for the life science-based startup. In both the areas, we are running corporate partnership. We have very deeper engagement with Engineers India Limited, which has invested around 3 crore rupees in 6 startups of ours. Just last week, they invested around 1 crore in one single company. We have tie-up with companies like Dassault, who have provided free softwares to us. We have tie-ups with companies like Eppendorf, Cytiva, who have provided us both CSR funds as well as access to some of the softwares which can be utilized by our life science-based startups. So these are some deeper engagement which we are working on, and we are looking for some fintech engagements also. So recently we signed an agreement with HDFC Bank to support startups in fintech domain. We tied up with one of our own startup, Razorpay, and Razorpay are now providing support for the startups. For 1 year, they're providing free of cost their platform to make the payments. So all these basically are different kind of corporate partnerships which we have as of now. And as we are speaking, we are about to sign some more MOUs so that we can provide more support to the startups.
That is so impressive. I didn't know about these industry connects. So on similar lines, could you talk a bit about what are the areas where you are seeing interest and funding from the venture capitalists?
So this particular decade, you all must be knowing way better than me, is going to be the decade for health devices. That is 2021 to 2029. And health along with digital, which is one of the major theme of on which you are thinking about, is going to bring a lot of new ideas, and they are being very investable by VCs also. So one of the theme is health and medtech, which is going to be an extremely important field for VCs. The next thing where we are seeing a lot of good startups from IIT Roorkee is fintech. So we already have 2 blockbusters ideas. One is, we all know about Razorpay, and another is basically a company started by our 2019 batch juniors. And it is already, I mean, there is a rumor that they are almost getting a valuation of 80 million USD in just 8 months. I mean, they recently got elected by YC. So fintech, and at the end of the day, what happens in the campus that if we can present role models, most of the people start doing things in that particular domain. So as soon as the idea about FamPay got circulated and known in the campus, I'm seeing an increase in the number of ideas which are coming up in fintech. So fintech is going to be an important theme for IIT Roorkee per se. Health tech is definitely going to be a theme where a lot of investable ideas are coming up. And then we are talking about some new technology trends like AI, blockchain, and IoT, which will be of immense, not just use, but also they have a case applicability in several sectors across the domain. So these three areas which I see are some of the most important areas as far as VC funding is concerned.
It's good to know, Azam, that you guys are keeping up with the latest technology and the new domains. You were talking about alumni engagement, right? How exactly do you see that working? I'm sure in our batch we have a lot of we have a lot of folks who would want to contribute. So what are some of the ways that IIT Roorkee is planning to increase alumni engagement? Where do we start?
There is no doubt that alumni engagement is of immense importance, both to IIT Roorkee as well as TIDES. And IIT Roorkee has created a global organization for alumni so as to connect everybody and engage them in the activities which are happening in the campus. We have a distinguished alumnus award, and we are basically alumnus who are doing well in different walks of life. They are being honored. 2 years back, the director also established a distinguished young alumnus award, which is basically for the alumnus who are less than 40 years of age. And here mostly we are trying to felicitate young alumnus who are doing pretty well in the field of entrepreneurship. And then there are, I mean, we as TIDES, we engage with alumni on different levels. We are conducting webinars almost every week. So in that way, COVID was actually a boon to us, that we could invite people like yourself who are living in US. Maybe it was not possible for any of you to travel all the way to Roorkee, but then we could get people like Naveen Jain, people like Kunal, people like who have achieved a lot in their life, and they are ready to share. And then and we were just there to send them a message on LinkedIn, and they were more than eager and happy that yes, I am ready and I'm available. Tell me what is the time when I have to be there. So these are the different kind of engagements we are doing. And personally, I'm extremely elated that whenever I just ping a alumnus or a senior of mine, I've never seen a negative response from them. It's always like, yes, when we are going to do it. So yeah.
That's great.
This has been an eye-opener personally for me, and I really look forward to connecting with you more, with the institute more. And I hope, most of our alumni questions are answered. Obviously, you are available for any more questions which they may have. And we look forward to more of the alumni getting connected to this great initiative. Thanks so much.
Thank you very much, Anupam sir and Parul ma'am.
Thank you.
Hope to see you in person this year.